Cinderella. Once upon a time, a rich man lived happily with his wife and a beautiful daughter. But his wife died, and the man was very sad. The man loved his daughter and wanted a mother for her. Therefore, he married a widow who had 2 daughters. One day, the rich man passed away too. The new stepmother became cruel to his daughter. Her daughters were lazy and bad-tempered. They all treated the man's daughter very badly. She was forced to do all the housework and sleep in the kitchen among the cinders and ashes of the stove. They called her Cinderella. One day, it was announced that a ball was going to be held at the palace. There would be a grand feast and dance, and the prince was going to select a wife from among the girls who came. Everyone was invited. Cinderella's stepmother was thrilled to go with her 2 daughters. She got them beautiful clothes and jewels. Cinderella helped them get ready for the ball. But she was to stay at home and clean the kitchen. The prince will only look at the pretty girls, said her stepmother. And you are so dirty and ugly. When they had gone, Cinderella sat under a tree and cried. Suddenly, she saw a dazzling light and a gorgeous lady stood before her. She was Cinderella's fairy godmother. "Why are you crying, child?" asked the fairy godmother. "I wish I too could go to the dance," wept Cinderella. "Then you shall certainly go," said the fairy godmother. "I'll help you if you fetch a pumpkin, 2 mice, and a big rat," said the fairy godmother. Cinderella brought them, and the fairy godmother waved her hand. In a flash, the pumpkin became a coach, and the big rat turned into a coachman. The 2 mice became horses to draw the coach. The fairy godmother waved her wand again, and Cinderella found herself dressed in a beautiful gown, with glass slippers on her feet. She looked like a princess. "Off you go, child," said her fairy godmother. Cinderella climbed into the coach and turned to wave to her fairy godmother. "But remember, you must return before the clock strikes 12, warned the fairy godmother before the coach moved. "At midnight, the magic spell will break, and your gown and coach will all vanish." Cinderella reached the palace in the coach. Her stepmother and her stepsisters watched her, but they could not find out who that gorgeous princess was. They watched her and felt very jealous, but couldn't do anything about it. The prince saw her and fell in love with her at once. He walked up to her and led her into the ballroom. He danced with her only and refused to meet any of the other girls. She would not, however, tell him her name. Suddenly, Cinderella heard the clock begin to strike and saw that it was midnight. She ran out of the palace and down the steps. One of her glass slippers fell on the steps as she rushed out. But she did not dare to stop to pick it up. The coach and horses had vanished. Her dress had changed into the rags that she usually wore. The prince came out to look for her, but he only found the glass slipper on the stairs. The prince picked the slipper up and called his guards. "Take this around the kingdom and find out whose foot will fit into it," he ordered. "I shall marry the girl who can wear the slipper." The guards took the slipper to every house and asked each girl to try it on. Every girl in the kingdom, including Cinderella's stepsisters, tried on the slipper, but it did not fit anyone.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.